So, how are y'all doing today? So, please excuse this right now. As y'all can see, I'm not like sitting up like I normally do in my videos. That's because I am burning up. Because me, my fiance, his brother, and then his old lady decided that we was gonna go to a mental asylum earlier today. And you may be wondering, do why would we do that? So, for starters, this particular hospital is probably the most historic hospital in our state. Like, it's that significant. It's so significant that the state refuses to tear it down. Like, they flat out said it would take millions of dollars to rebuild it all, and they don't want to tear it down because it is like one of the most famous hospitals in the state, and they refused to tear it down. So they decided that they was going to start doing open tours there and showing people what it was like, because it was like so historically significant that people pretty much love the hospital. Like, most people that went there either knew of people who worked there themselves, had relatives that were placed there as patients, and one person in particular that I met, he was actually in there too. And this hospital is like, you hear so many weird stories about this hospital. It's like, most people say it's haunted. Like, they say when they drive by this hospital at night, they see patients in the windows. I didn't see anything. I didn't feel any, like, weird vibes from that place. But at the same time, this was, like, my first time ever really witnessing the hospital itself. So I decided to capture some footage, because this will be like the first vlog I put on my brand new channel. So yeah, so I got y'all some footage and I would like to show y'all. But before we begin, I'd like to say, if you think it's going to be a video like me walking into some creepy hospital where everything's like molded over and falling apart, you're mistaken, because that's not what we did. We pretty much did like a golf cart tour around the building. I got y'all some footage, and they had like a main open house where they did all their construction already, so I did capture some footage of that. But other than that, it's pretty much just a ride around tour. So if you got your hopes up for anything else, I apologize. But in the meantime, I'll like comment some things about the hospital, but I'm trying to leave a lot of information out, not because I'm trying to withhold information, but because I do live really close to this hospital, and I don't want everybody knowing my business or where I live or things like that. I mean, one day I'll share, but other than that, I hope y'all enjoy the vlog, and I will see y'all in the next video.
Here to make sure I don't leave anybody behind. So this is Dr. McCafferty's office. Um, this house was actually originally here as a hospital for when it was a barracks and during the Army, Civil War, all that. Or was it World War I? I'm not real good with my war history names, but anyway, this has not always been a house. This was actually a hospital whenever it was an arsenal here. The outbuildings out here were actually for the military soldiers. So their lives could be here with them. They live, a lot of them live on the premises, on the grounds, as we like to call it. Even after it becomes Cersei, it's some employees of Cersei who had a spouse and children even still lived on the grounds. So it didn't stop during the arsenal days. It did. If everybody can kind of hug the wall a little bit, but which I don't have as big a group this time, but I won't take too many people.
Y'all know any Richardsons?
No, man.
That's good.
Yeah, hey, that's that drum mower in this little building right there. He stayed in that building right there.
That window right there.
Yeah, two windows, yeah. Drum mower.
That was fire station.
That's fire station. And this where they kept the men in the hospital. And that the one beside the women. And they tore the old building down here to make a new women's hospital. It's back in about 1960, I believe.
Okay.
So anything white is 1828.
Is Arsenal, period.
The arsenal, yeah.
I'm just over talking you.
Ow, that was a rock.
That was a women's. But, I didn't know till a while ago, you see them columns? So I thought it was all solid. But you see
They're
how...
bricked.
Yeah, but they wrapped in something. You see the brick?
Yeah.
Wow, they're
I didn't
stuck.
know
I
that.
bet they're stuccoed.
But see, I didn't know that.
I
thought it was
didn't
just
either.
all...
I thought it was wooden columns.
I thought it was. I thought
Yeah,
it was
them
all
ain't
columns.
going nowhere.
No, they'd be here forever.
Wow.
I didn't notice it till a while ago.
Learn something new on every trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, they still fan. But it's still hot.
Dang.
Now this old picket fence right here, it's all... What kind of wood you reckon that is? That thing's still in good shape.
If those spindles are still standing, they can't see them because they're going
yeah.
backwards.
Probably old white oak.
I rode.
Yes. You reckon it is? Yeah.
Either white oak or ashwood. They'd
Yeah.
be two stronger.
Yeah,
One of them
okay.
was blowing. You could see it moving yesterday when the wind was blowing hard.
You got a little graffiti going on.
Yeah, they got that. They got the this here was during the 1828 was a officer's house.
Yeah.
Nice.
Anything like that is like period to the 1628. Anything white, So,
Yeah.
and then Cersei made it like a doctor's office.
And I think the whole doctor stayed in there.
And then they had that for women's. I don't know what they called it, what's the name for it, but then they got the mother building it right to see straight across down there. We're gonna go by it too. It's identical to this one. So. Oh, kudzu, but
It's a shame.
yeah. And this here was
Got a water cooler mounted back there on the
yeah.
wall.
And then Cersei took over and they made a canteen. Everything got basement, and then they had pool tables and big long tables and stuff for patients. And then they come up here buy the little Coca-Cola, cigarettes, cookies, and snacks.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And then it later moved to the Pouncy building. I saw it. I didn't see that sign yesterday, but I heard them say it.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, Pouncy building. I remember the Pouncy building.
You did?
Yeah, when I did one.
Oh, yeah. And this was a guard shack coming, when you come in this way from back then, this was a guard shack, and then they made it, Cersei made a dentist office.
Okay.
Interesting.
It's falling apart, ain't it? Bad. And they got some more buildings down there where they won't let us go back there for some reason. But you can tell they more modern buildings.
Like dangerous or something?
Probably, but that's still the wall back there. The
Yeah.
original wall, so. And then you got this was officers building rooms. Then that staff development, I guess, after Cersei comes got hooked to it. And they had a barber and a beautician down there, back there. They said Barbara was a mortician.
Mortician and a barber.
Barbara and
Dang.
Barbara.
That's scary.
And it's just a fire station, I think, just for this for the water system right here.
Yeah.
But they own a spring up here. This stuff goes up quick right here.
That's why they gotta like maintain it every now and then.
State ain't gonna do nothing. State ain't gonna have nothing to do with it, you know?
Yeah.
They go, what country is that right there?
That sweet gum.
I don't know. That thing's
Let's see.
huge.
Look, the leaves look like sweet gum tree.
Yeah, it's got the naked branches coming off the main part
That
of
thing
it.
looks, I seen it walk up, I said, man. And they say this was a blacksmith shop back
Okay, yeah.
then, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then they searched got it, and then they pay some of these patients, you know, come in and separate nuts and bolts and stuff for them, and they pay them a little bit, and they go to the canteen and buy their snacks or whatever.
Got a little reception area.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the same mother house as that, or what do you call it? It's identical to that and over there that we just went past. Ironware Spring.
Oh yeah, that heat, that sun will
Yeah.
burn it up.
Mm-hmm.
They sprayed the kudzu a few days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, I tell you one thing.
Reception hall.
It's a lot. I think they say it's sitting on like 2,500 acres. It's a big place.
Yeah. Very big hospital. That's probably why they don't want to tear nothing down.
Right. And they say this is what y'all used to do in school. They would teach you how to sew and all that. What's that called?
Home economics.
Home ec- you use that pretty much for that. For
People
girls to learn to
learn how to sew.
sew and make
Okay.
pottery and stuff.
That's cool.
They said up there, it's all glass up there. It said that they make their pottery and set it up on that deck. It said the sun would dry it by that evening. It would be good to go.
Nice.
Here's your church. I spent Bill.
That church is amazing to me. You can't
Oh,
even
yeah.
get to it
Didn't get to it. Yeah.
for the kudzu.
People went in there. The back of it's falling in pretty fast.
Is it really?
Oh yeah. But anyway, people gone in there and graffitied all inside. Now who's going to graffiti
Go to
stuff
church. Yeah.
inside the church?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
Mm-mm. No.
I ain't gonna. I'm not going.
I wonder if the pews are still in
Yeah,
there.
they still in
Are
there.
they still
Yeah.
in
I wouldn't even break in it, you know.
Right.
I have been in, but I didn't break in because it was already open. But myself, I wouldn't deal with that. So y'all had to stand in line a whole long time?
Not
Wasn't real bad?
that bad. Not the best, but it ain't
And
the
that's
worst.
your morgue right there. That's where
The
the
morgue?
morgue.
Let me check that out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You said, don't put me in. Yeah, that's the morgue. And down here, that's like they say they've done like upholstery and cabinet work and stuff.
Okay, yeah.
And it goes on past the wall there, but they say it's like people that had disease, you know, or quarantine more or less. They had to quarantine them, they put them back on the back.
TB.
Okay.
Yeah.
TB.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Building.
But, yeah. Tuberculosis, yeah. And this is just a little pumping station. And, at the search certificate over they had gas pumps too up here for for doctors and everybody getting gas in the vehicles or whatever.
Yeah.
And this here is just a warehouse. Anyway. Ready? Oh. Sorry about that. You need to tell you, Dave.
I know of him.
Yeah. And that's your pyro stations back here, and your turbines and stuff.
Yeah.
And power and stuff. And then you got a maintenance shop down here. Yeah, maintenance shop. Of course, it joins to that house. But look how deep it is down there.
Isn't that the laundry building?
I think it is.
That's
yeah,
the laundry building.
Yeah.
They said the washers are still in there, and they bigger than people's houses.
Good
Dang.
night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that a bit. That's some deep gully right there.
Oh,
See
yeah.
the wall?
Deep.
Yeah, the
Back
wall's
there?
still there.
Yeah, I see it.
That's the wall.
They said they had a train that came back here too, back in the day.
The
Really?
trains,
Yeah. They got old dummy line back there too. But just it's hot, ain't when you stop, ain't it?
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. I'm pouring sweat.
Man, but yeah, I don't.
You know, in that building right there, it's open. That
Oh, yeah,
garage
the whole
door's
thing
open
is.
on that.
Yeah, I just now seen
You
that.
couldn't get down to it for the
Yeah,
kudzu
but
around
people's coming in here, but it just tore.
But see, this is the wall too,
Yeah, still.
and This wall is 2 miles long around this building. I mean, this facility.
Yeah. But funny, hey, when a fella come back here and spend all day with a handsaw to cut a tire pole down and get the wire,
Good luck to him, huh? He deserves it.
yeah, he deserves every dime he gets.
So let him have
And I said, I better get me a job, get
it. Yeah,
paycheck.
do that.
Yes, something like that.
She just got off.
Oh, good.
Yeah. She's been on for a while.
Hey, y'all long way from home.
I'm helping him. I need some help.
All right, you did, I promise you.
Where's he far off? Wave at him. No, Daddy. And that's where they kept the medical building records, right there in the health information.
Yeah.
For a while. At one point they kept them there. Who knows where they're at now.
Yeah, that's true. I see one thing, that castle right there.
I've got a picture, I've got an article I'm giving Stephanie. Mom dug up this morning out of 1992 press release. You have to look at this right now and then look at the picture I've got there on my phone. It's unreal. You know, it's just unreal.
They said that, said on a given day, you could get up on top of that tower and see the Mobile Bay.
Really?
Really?
They say it's one of the highest spots.
Huh.
But you can see all the way down to the
Oh, yeah.
bay, but you doing something. Have you been down to New Landing?
Oh, I don't
No.
Can't
Y'all
say I
leave here,
have.
y'all shoot down there and look at it before you go back home. That thing is fine.
All right.
Straight down, it's real like you shoot straight across. This here was where they paid
The pharmacy.
Yeah, but they paid the, it was a payroll.
That's right. It wasn't
For the,
pharmacy, it's
for,
payroll.
for the
Soldiers.
soldiers. And then they said after that, then they made a Cersei guy, then they made it a pharmacy. I wonder if it was safe in that. I think that if it is, it's probably done gone by now.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, they say that's the highest point, one of the highest points.
I think Rapunzel might be
Right? It is high though. But I know you get right down this hill, look down, you can see all the way across the phone down.
It's amazing that, you know, one time this place was self-sufficient. It
Oh,
was
yeah.
like its own city. They had cows that provided the milk, and they had everything right here within these walls.
Yeah, their own vegetation, vegetables,
The store, they had the store, you know, all the food. See, all
A lot of them, yeah. It is. And if anybody, you know, anybody wants to stand up a goat, just tell them to stand this way. I guess a goat would eat dirt too.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It'd be worth looking up, I guess.
Yeah.
I didn't know. It's not amazing.
I don't know what they do to it, but that's a miracle.
Yeah, it does. So we got here this morning, that little orange buggy. It wouldn't run, so. Yeah. Oh, Lord, mercy. Yeah, y'all see? Yeah, y'all see. I still think, I don't know, we might do try to do it again, and fall time, this would be great.
Oh, yeah, this would be perfect. Especially for Halloween.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, Halloween's good.
That
Yeah.
thing
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Because, you know, it closed on Halloween Day.
Yeah, it's closed
That
on
was the
Halloween.
last day it was in business.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah. That'd be good to have.
Have spooks.
Right. We got enough spooks to do
Spooks in
here.
here.
There's already spooks in
It's
here.
already got me.
Man. Man, I tell you.
It's such a shame those roads just caved in.
And all they're gonna do is let them fall down.
Yeah, they're not going to do anything. he feels so good. Oh yeah, it kind of does.
Yeah, it looks like lights on and stuff. I tell you what, it's pretty late the evening time, especially that first building.
When the sun's going.
When the sun's going down, I tell you, it looks like the building's on fire.
Stephanie's posted some pictures of the
Oh yeah,
sunset.
it's unreal. It's beautiful. So is it worth your money or?
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah. It was worth the experience.
Yeah. And this is gonna get better, I imagine. I mean, you're gonna get more into it or something. They may open up some more stuff. You know what I'm saying?
My grandma thought I was crazy for wanting to do it.
Really?
They offered her a job here, but they mentioned the fact that they would have to like lock her in, and she's like, "I'm not doing it."
I did, when I was in nursing school, I did my clinicals up there at night.
Oh man,
It was pretty cool.
you look scared.
I went out in the courtyard with them after
Oh,
dark.
oh, okay. You was brave, ain't
Well,
you?
they were on good behavior because
yeah, yeah.
they could smoke
Oh,
if
yeah,
they were
right.
on good behavior.
Oh,
And they
okay.
could go out, you know, if they didn't behave, they lost their privileges.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Move right along. Twice.
I'm happy. Yeah, my granddaddy worked. My granddaddy retired.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he worked night shift.
What, dog or no?
Sit on the
Ooh,
floor,
something hit me.
watch them sleep, you know,
Compensation.
while they were sleeping, he was sleeping.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, yeah, he retired. Through a state retirement.
Yeah, y'all just said it, but y'all come down and sit that river down there, that pump land.
Cheers, bro.
It's nice, but I mean, I know you know where it's at.